We can now go topic and action.
Okay guys, ngiyathemba ukuthi niyaphila kuyabanda kakhulu namhlanje njengoba sesasho.
Kuyafiwa.
Yeah, namhlanje so namhlanje sokhuluma nge-topic interesting kakhulu, which is topical khona mhlawumbe izobe advice ku gift and maybe mina nawe Sphamantla ngoba sesibhadazana na gift izoqhamuka nezifundo eziningi ukuthi hey ngingahlula la kwahamba ukuthi kwenze ukuthi empilweni. I-topic esizokhuluma ngayo i-topic yokuthi mawuse umbani osemncane osenamaphupho osahasila osaphusha empilweni. Is it necessary vele ukuthi ube ku-serious relationship uma umuntu ongakaphumeleli? When is the right time la ukuthi khona okay now it's time ukuthi ngibe ku-serious relationship? For kakhulukazi ngifuna ukuthi ngicacise kubabukele emakhaya ukuthi this topic izogxila kakhulukazi kubantu besilisa and abantu besifazane they can also relate because imina ngokufila kwami ngifila ngazuthi ama relationships anqunda amandla noma aqeda that power to continue and hustling to your full capacity okanye to your full capability. Angibeke kanjalo. So ugcina ungakwazi ukuphusha ngalendlela ufuna ukuphusha ngakhona because there is someone omele manje umimpress. Ikakhulukazi musemncane you get to start your hustle at the age of 21. At the same time you experiencing into eziningi zothando and then you get involved nabantu besifazane abahlukahlukene and then kwesinye isikhathi that's when you start to choose ukuthi okay mina I want to die no Thembi, mina I want to die no Thandeka, mina I want to die no Sphamantla and then throughout that process usifica wena ungasahasili kahle and abantu abaningi I feel like ontanga yethu baze bayeke hustle and then they had to choose ukuyosebenza because isikhathi besibashaya besingekho kubona not ngokwempilo yakho but ngokwe relationship akuyona athi umuntu baby sisithandana for 5 years for 10 years now ilento yakho izamayo lo mculo wakho uzamayo ukuhlangana. So that's why I always say if you're a hustler I don't think it's good thing mina ukuthi ube ku relationship. So I don't know, maybe ngizoqala ngoSphamantla ukuthi yena ithini if you yakhe no topic ethu namhlanje mhlambe maphi nama points afuna ukwabeka sikhona sifunda kasifunda when it comes to hustle and ama relationship.
Hey kakhulu.
Sure.
Hey kakhulu mfethu in a way ukuthi like ezinye izinto uzugcina usubona ukuthi zifuna isineke and kuba i-process yokufunda ukuthi yazini especially ufunda ngawe not ngabantu ufunde ngawe ukuthi yazini
kumele ngenze kanjani. Sure.
Bengimele ngenze kanjena nje kunezinto engikwazi ukuzibekezela.
Ngiyathola.
You understand? Because that's the most important part. Abantu bahlala kuma relationship uthola awukho right but you busy trying to understand omunye
umuntu
understand ukuthi uzomenza kanjani umjabulisa kanjani.
At the same time ngapha awuphumeleli hustle yakho nayiya.
At the same time ihustle yakho imile you concentrating kwawena umile because awuzazi ukuthi yini kahle yakho oyithandayo. You know what time.
Because now you're trying to impress this person.
Yeah,
so what's your point, gift?
Oh, my point on this topic today is that okay, I feel like as a person you have 24 hours.
Sure.
And in this 24 hours, okay, let's take out 8 hours. That is general sleeping hours.
Sure.
But obviously, Tina Slana 12 hours, but 10 hours later. Sure. But let's just stick to 8 hours. So when somebody's hustling, hustle is never a lenient path. So for me, but I know it applies to a lot of people. Okay. So hustle is not a point from point A to point B and then to V. But we often get into hustle thinking that's why we get into relationships and stuff. And then when we get into hustle, that's when you realize isn't as very grand and you need to fix them. So for me there's a lot of things on my path to hustle and azange yakhona ukuthi ihlangane grand in a relationship because every time my bae wants to see me she wants me to make her happy. Or probably that's what I think. So I never want to ukuthi manginomuntu wami and then she's like and sometimes the thing about being a hustler is that you don't understand the process you're in. So you find yourself there's a problem in the business and if somebody like sits you down and be like now you cannot explain. It's more of so sometimes you want to structureize. You think you're smart and then you want to structureize things so I understand. So a lot of time we try to hide our emotions as entrepreneurs, and what's going on, especially girlfriends, because they sense it. And so the baby king, wow, and then you cannot explain it. So I don't want to prolong this, but the biggest thing that has hindered me or uncovered in my relationship is that I cannot explain what I feel because I don't know to, and I end up having to explain it to somebody. And now I have to tell you what's going on because I cannot just squatter. But if I don't have to explain it to somebody, I just have to work. And if I explain it that way now, we can just talk. But for Bae, she's like, my gift the keys, I
So it's a challenge, man.
yeah, for me, like
it becomes so
okay.
It becomes a challenge because now you're dealing with cameras. I'm going into a shoot. So when you're dealing with cameras, so your hustle is based on cameras and everything as a camera production and everything. So it is stressful in just the production. They need a basic knowledge about the production. And now Bae is worried about what time. Attention yonke lonto leyo thothi kublokele lithu wena umqondo wakho is basically kwi production kuma camera kuyonke setup yama camera, and now it's something you just need a basic knowledge for you to explain to her ukuthi okay babe izinto sihamba kanje, let's talk about it. So now the point that is okay to ukuthi most of the time we get into a relationship no mood that doesn't understand your hustle or your business or your analysis calculus. But you both that's a fact. But we basically don't talk about what you're doing in life. And what my interest in what you're doing in life, and what's your interest in what I basically do in life. So if we do him, but when the shit hits the fan, the fans, akakwazi ukungirescue, akwazi ukuthi ahambe nami throughout the journey mangiyoshayisa ubonda, understand ukuthi mangishayisa ubonda awu kwenze ukuthi nokuthi. So sometimes muhle nomuntu wakho usuke ungadingi ukuthi nikhulume ngothando. Sometimes you just need to talk about izinto ezenzakala empilweni emhlabeni wakho nasemhlabeni wakhe. So masenzeke emhlabeni wakho, you need to understand ukuthi ufelwe icamera and that you cannot work. So muzuthi babe angithi camera nansi iyawushaw red and ya around this and no you want
and it happens especially on I think masisibancane because I don't know experience abantu abadala, but masisibancane I feel like the biggest contributor to this thing is that Nazi awuyazi wenzani. And often mongena ku business or whatever you call it, entrepreneurship, ungena thinking, yo dude, I know, I figured it out. And once you're in the journey, that's when you realize what you and then you need to contribute time to this thing. And especially I felt Guti, I become friends with more people who relate so I can spend time with a chick more than a girlfriend.
Because I understand what you
which is see fault that
you understand. I fully understand.
I ask,
but yeah, the thing is that sometimes we lose great people not because of a fool who understand or but sometimes even you, the person, explain because it's business at the end of the day, and I'm a business, especially Kasi. We don't know what we're doing. And if you're a true entrepreneur there's a lot of things you need to do. So the difference between a mature entrepreneur and a young entrepreneur is that a young entrepreneur needs to do X 10 times than a mature. So imagine I'm 21 years old and now production, and now I have to do 10 times the work because I have to catch up. And my mentality of being an entrepreneur and the work that I need to do, I cannot fit in love too. So I end up not knowing what love baby, what and you stressing about things. Tomorrow you have a meeting, but like there's a lot of things that's happening every time, and you just need to pick up the phone and be like, I'm gonna get you in. And sometimes I literally felt like Bae is on to that like that man said, Gucci, I give the money. I give the joy. And maybe when guys are but have you ever seen like when somebody calls you like ish? And some complain true. Most of before, like you try to act as somebody else because when complain Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then you promise to meet on Wednesday, and then on Wednesday you said you're going to a meeting, and on Friday she's calling again, and then you're saying, yo, Saturday I'm shooting in, and then now Saturday she's calling again, and now when she's calling the attitudes are starting to change. She's like, so Saturday what's up, man? And then you're like, you know you're gonna be doing something.
And someone's
And then when you ask her, and then she asks you to use and then you're like, baby, maybe Friday, and then at times and then now you see now
the whole relationship, the whole attitude to good relationship is say changing. So I'll come back because the topics on the points that you're raising right now are very interesting. So but let's go to Sphamantla.
Yeah.
So Sphamantla Kulile, I think you at your 30s, early 30s, right? Okay. Throughout your hustle and mina ngihlala nawe no people uhlala nawe, we like brothers, we understand you, we know ukuthi ihustle ihamba kanjani kuwena, zonke izinto zakho ihamba kanjani, even though singeke sibatshela abantu emoyeni ukuthi izinto zihamba kanjani, and it's up to you to reveal ukuthi how izinto zihamba kanjani when it comes to uthando, ngithola. And I'm positive sure ukuthi you've been into a serious relationship, not just emjolo, because we've been kuma serious relationship and izinto zenzeka nahlangana nahlukana ngendlela nabantu, right?
Yeah.
And then there was this hustle, and then there's passion involved in doing zakho. So inkulumo ekhulunywa gift, at least to gift uhlala nathi and hlezi imtshela ukuthi intwana ukuba ku relationship engesikhathi esithile kuzokushala nala. So when
and some of the things as resilient ngiyazazi.
Yeah, so when if you go back, if you can go back, what ikuphi ungafuna ukukushintsha? What you would like to change, or what ikuphi ungafuna ukubeka njengamanje at this current moment?
Yo, Bram, I would say yazini indaba ngiface izinto eziningi like mangikhula the challenge yabona everything they ukhuluma ngayo mfana engayazi exactly ngithanda ibhola fucked up ngimuntu odlala ibhola mfethu and then ngapha I have a relationship we understand umuntu osifazane nebhola sometimes uthola ukuthi umuntu
ayakahamba kashayisa
and mina lento le ngifuna ukuyenza i-career you understand and lo muntu osifazane lona unama friends mhlawumbe namakethayo or asebenzayo already.
Sure.
So there was a thing ukuthi why ungahambi ufuna umsebenzi efamily? I'm like, okay.
when umuntu wakho you want to be a soccer player.
Ngifuna ukuba i-soccer player.
Sure.
Do I look like umuntu ozosebenza efamily like serious?
Mina ngizibona ngumdlali webhola.
Uyangithola ngizibona as a soccer player. So whenever mfethu weekends during the week sisesikoleni sonke, but when it comes to weekend kumele manje ngenze isikhathi ukuthi ngikubone. And then phela ngaleza ikhathi later on you cannot see umuntu wakho abantu abadala.
Ngiyathola.
Kumele emini sispende isikhathi. Emini nginamagame ashisa kahle.
Kumele udlale ibhola emini and then nayo.
There was a big challenge mfethu. That's when ngabona ukuthi yazini kunezinto ngeke ungafunekanga uzuzulile.
So what won at that time, not now? So ngalesa sikhathi yini yawina, is it soccer or a relationship?
To be honest, the relationship yafila.
So
it failed, even though it's soccer at that moment ibingafaki lutho, but at the end of the day bengijabulisa. You understand that? Because nezinye izinto esizenzela for ukuthi nje sibe you understand. So isoccer it won that time.
But then soccer ayifani namanye ama-career like okanye ayifani namanye ama-hustle, because soccer it's more like inesikhathi esithile empilweni yethu okanye kunesikhathi esithile sibekiwe. I think when we were playing soccer ubuna 18 19 and looking to jump at least ukuthi ungazofika 21, right? So when you try to tell me ukuthi soccer yawina because you were still you ubuna 18 at that time, and then ubuna 18 so already usuku relationship.
I wouldn't say it was a relationship, but bekumuntu esemphile naye before izinto isoccer ingena kimi ba serious lo muntu bese kakhona already. So abanye abantu sometimes bahlushwa ukuthi uyamjwayeza umuntu. You understand? Today ngine passion eso ukuthi yazini ufuna ukwenza into eso and then ngiyakumitha. You understand? We push lento yethu ngiyakhona ukwenzela isikhathi. The next thing kusasa sengifuna ukustart into yama-camera. Into yama-camera isithatha isikhathi lesi ebekade nginaso all along. You understand? And then now izinto kwi-relationship sekumele zishintshe. Angisakuniki lesi sikhathi le. That's when izinto zistart. Lo muntu lona mawusuzomchazela ukuthi yazini now I'm doing this. And lento le isikhathi sami.
And then akayiboni kahle because basically kuyena wena ubukeka njengevili. You ubukeka njengomuntu ohlezi uzama into ezilula empilweni, and then they always try because what I sense here, I sense an older version from what Gift is saying. So basically, Gift is talking about izinto ezenzeka currently, or izinto ezenzeka njengamanje. Whereas ngalesa sikhathi izinto ezenzeka ngakhona, wofika ukuthi umuntu osifazana othanda naye akakholelwa entweni oyenzayo. Ngiyamthola. So now, here's the thing. Ufika ukuthi nenzele isibonelo. Ufika ukuthi abantu besifazana abaningi they get ready to ukuthi bevuse imizi noma beshade at the age of 21.
At the
Age of 21 umuntu wesifazana already useready ukuthi yena usengaba nomuzi usengaphila. And ngaleso sikhathi leso mhlawumbe usevasithi okanye wenza unyaka wakho ogcina looking to get a job maybe at the age of 22 ngithola. So ufambile waya esikoleni at the age of 19 mayeqeda isikole wahlala u3 years and then ngonyaka wes4 looking for a job cause now she's pursuing her career. And then wena ngalesikhathi wena as a hustler ingalesikhathi unezinto zakho iqala ukuphushwa as a hustler. So if you want to be a soccer player vele kuleyo process ukuthi I want to be a soccer player, if lo muntu wesifazana akakholelwa ekutheni ibhola can make someone a living, then lo muntu wesifazana leyo ufuna ukuphushela ekutheni wena enza lokho yena akakwenzayo.
Yeah.
So why don't you go, baby, and look for a job? And then that's the first thing manje enzakalayo. You know why ufuna ukuthi ubheke umsebenzi? Because ngokomqondo wakhe she's matured. Akaziboni ethandana nomfana usadlala ibhola lokushini, usadlala namabhola lokushini, abuye egcwele idust and then eqede ephuphe ethi mina ngizibona ngusiphiwe sishaya loksazi. Ngizibona nguDr. Khumalo loksazi because yena lokho akakuboni kuwe since engayena umuntu involved nebhola. So the only thing akayibonayo ukuthi why baby ungahambi uyokwenza teaching and be a teacher. Because sesemncane you can still go do teaching, right? And then you're like, no, I want to be a soccer player. So that's the contradicting okanye yenzeka empilweni kaSphamantla. Whereas impilo yakho yena yenzakala noma izinto obhekana nazo ufika ukuthi wena you lacking time, you cannot make time for abantu besifazane that you currently dating or umuntu wesifazane that othandana naye ngaleso sikhathi. So whereas ngasepointini lami okanye ngasidini lami, this is what I feel like thina abanye bethu sinamaphupho amakhulu, we have like big dreams yangithola. So masinamaphupho amakhulu at early stage of sempilo yethu kulamaphupho wethu amakhulu kubantu esihlangana nabo mhlawumbe umuntu uhlangana nani na 24 nobabili na 24. So wena usesemncane ngokweqiniso ngokwe-hustle, yena usemdala ngokwempilo because at the age of 24 kumele ngabe usenomuzi wakhe okanye usewumakoti kasomeone. But ngenxa zokuthi ukhethe wena or uthanda wena, ufile ngazo there's that thing umkweleta wona empilweni which is happiness nokuthi umholele ukuthi umqoqe ebonkosikazi wakho yangithola. So mayibheka wena ngalamaphupho wakho waphushayo akabona engazi ukuthi afeel phala awabonisa ukukhanya, and then lokho kumenze ebone ngazi ukuthi uyabambezeleka empilweni. So she's asking you to mix a hustle plus looking for a job yangithola. So why don't you, babe, why don't you just look for a job while you're doing what you're doing? Or why don't you focus entweni ezi2 ungafocus entweni eyi1 because mawubheka isikhathi siyahamba and ufica ukuthi umuntu wakho uthi umuntu wamxoxela ukuthi no mina I want to be an actor and mangifuna ukuba umlingisi ngizibona ngikumabona kude, ngizibona ngolunye usuku ngiyi-big star Hollywood ngenza zonke lezi zinto lezo because zonke lezi zinto lezo wena uyixoxayo uyixoxa ekhandleni elincane elithi moto uyithatha izinto uyifaka ekhandleni lakhe elincane bounce back and or if as bounce back ufuna ukusqueeze lezi zinto zinkulu ayifaka ekhandleni elincane and then ayibuyise kuwena sezincane lingana nomqondo wakhe athi baby but why ucabanga indaba zo Hollywood, you already 24. So don't you think it's too much for you to pursue this career? Why don't you just look for a job or work mhlambe ka Shoprite while you try to pursue a career, and then maybe go hambe ukwenza umzansi bioscope or shoot umzansi bioscope ngibona ukuthi kuyashoot endaweni ethile ngesikhathi ubusebenza uyangithola. Ngalosikhathi wena uzibona use Hollywood and urelaxile because uzibona njenge star, you like going for ama audition aka generations and awufuna ama audition enzeka like us and yena ubona ukuthi hambe ukwenza ama audition esikhathi because umqondo wakhe mncane. Let's say wena you starting a business, i-business yakho uyibona inethuba lokuthi it can turn ama-billion nama-million, and molokhu umtshela ukuthi baby le business engiqalayo it can make ama-millions nama-billions, and then yena ukutshela ukuthi but baby I don't think le business lakho lingafika lapho ngalesikhathi. So why don't you start something else right now and then on a later stage stop focusing lento enzakala lapha emva kwamgift. Ugift guys, I'm busy talking. He's busy focusing emcameleni wami.
Akunandawo umcamela wakho.
So he's busy focusing kwilokhuzana kwi-pro sami. So ufika ukuthi umuntu uthandana naye you basically trying to tell umuntu wakhe amaphupho amakhulu, but ngoba yini lekhandle elincane lamaphupho akho uyawasqueeze, and that's when I was like, okay, I need to have this conversation with people. So ikinga encane izo understand, and ugift at that age ugift can understand the situation better than mina engidlule kuyona, because mina amaphutha mengiwenzile I feel like angibambezelile kakhulu when I look back. So amaphupha amaningi ebengafezeka ngina 22 but then awafezekanga at the time because umuntu ebengithandana naye ubebheka into ezithile kumina and ubengidiscourage in a way. So besingameet when it comes to amaphupha, besingakhulumi language yethu ehlanganayo. Okay, now gift, you are a man, right? And you meet amantombazana ahlukahlukene. So how do you keep up? Uzenza kanjani into zakho ukuthi okay, now nesikhathi relationship, so udingani, what do you want?
I don't understand what do I want in terms of
in terms of okay, and you still hustling and you in business, right?
Yeah.
And then you growing. Umuntu wesilisa unedeep. You need to be in love.
Sure.
That's a fact. You need to be in a relationship. And then wenza kanjani? Njengamanje ubalansa kanjani into zakho ukuthi ukwazi ukuqhubeka eintombini zakho noma entombini yakho?
Okay, so I feel like okay, be honest, innit?
Okay.
Sometimes more pila or mundu, there's things that you need or that you feel that you need. So there's a need, there's a perception of need. According to it, like
Sure.
thing as water, and then there's something that you think you need.
Okay.
Such as woman. So I had to so like I had to learn this the hard way.
Okay.
And learning it the hard way. For real, like I learned it the hard way, but I wouldn't say it's the hard way, but it's the hard way. Yeah? So what I've learned is that you can live without a woman and everything's gonna be good until uba fuck. Yeah, I can't get why or any but it's there, but I feel like that's the perception of it. So my to Connie love. There's something called love. Meaning I love what is in my mind, and I'm not dreams I'm in because I told you in the first episode we did that I perceive myself as God. So man is perceived as God. There's things that I want to attract into my life, and women too, but I have accepted there's things that I need and things that I perceive to need. So with that, there's things that I perceive to need. As much as I feel like I need women, but I don't need them that much. And learning it, I feel like, okay, let me get this right. I feel like, there's a limited time I have, and I'm going to tell everything you for. So when I'm out to give me, what was the question?
The
relationship.
Yes.
I feel like there's one that has to fail. So at the end of the day, it's either I focus on something that I know maybe I won't get because of 1, 2, 3, and 4, or I just focus on what I know I'm best at. I'm best at IT, I'm best at business stuff, I'm working my ass off to be the best in entrepreneurship. So I focus my energy on that and then the rest will follow. So for now, not but I have accepted I have to work hard to get one. So entrepreneurship, business, now it's not like I'm the best and I got everything. Similar to women, I don't have everything I want in a woman. So as young as I am, I'm super young. So I have to sit down and see which one am I gonna work hard for. So it's not like I have both of them, but I had to make a decision what energy and I've choose business. So that means I failed.
So let me ask this thing. So when I say to Stwaiza, when you can live without umuntu wesifazane okanye awubadinga ngakho, right? Or ubadinga ngakho. Even though ubadinga but awubadinga ngakho. And then you choose that to live alone. So awubheka ukuthi leyo nto on a long run ingaba nomthelelo ekutheni usuphumeleleke manje. Usuzibona ukuthi awusamdinga ngempela umuntu wesifazane and nongabe sefikile umuntu wesifazane uyahluleka kuba nesikhathi sakhe. So when is the right time now feel khona ukuthi it will be enough for me ukuthi ngenza imali enough now I need a woman?
I feel like it's not even about the money, it's about the right woman. So I have this perception of getting the right woman. And right is a matter of perspective or perspection or whatever. So right to me as a woman who's gonna support me, beautiful woman in my perception, until like soul into like I have a lot of prescriptions or what into a woman in Funa. So the fact that the main reason or contribute to good I told you because of the environment. I'm not in the suburbs. I don't have money. I cannot pull up. So I find myself, I'm not young boy now.
Sure.
Like, it's not that, there's no disadvantages in it. Like, that's a fact. Like, so with that, I'm just but I find myself, and then the minute I leave, I forget about you. Not because we go in, but you're not the typical woman in Ifuna.
Yes.
And most of the time, I don't have time for you. Yeah, so minang na so vele uma 20 seconds nyana yokushela 1 minute nyana nokuba na mina nanukudlula umuntu ogren ngimlane. But the thing is that I'm not consistent with such women. Yeah, so my into in Kawatai is that I'm not consistent. But if a woman I'm gonna try to adjust, but mostly like I'm going like it's gonna beep up or go pale. I don't know why, but basically I'm not card. I'm okay, and I feel like she's gonna be like the most special chick in the world.
So okay. So okay, guys.
Yeah,
let's address this issue, dog.
So it takes a lot of cheaters for my dozen. Ukuthi lesitake ikhulumayo izinto ngababeze zakala so ngifika ukuthi uyashela ashela athathe number yecheri
ilahlile kusasa
sesifikile endlini uyabuza skipti iplate obazana ehlala ukhala ngayo izona akasayazi iphelele
ubani igama
la akasazi negama la and wasevuthini
Imagine. Dude, like sometimes okay about I won't say it's about the pressure as well, but sometimes in feel to like it's more similar to the mindset to chase over it's what got the pushy propaganda or so a lot of things in feel it's about the environment. They so I'm gonna can't develop over so when since was born and a good time but can do like I will pick but thing is that I like energy between it's cut so you have to choose go to the channel so me now you choose go to the channel so since this programming it's been nearly 5 years probably so for me to jump to this side it's fun
good time I'm coming back
and imagine as a process or something like because of my introduce that there's a thing we mentioned in about
sex expect.
So I'm trying to ask myself those questions.
Okay, let me address that. So, let me try and address it. Yeah.
No parties. So offer right now. No parties.
Let's offer like
sex expect.
Balance me now.
Okay, I'm a sex expert because I believe to be an expert you need to study the subject thoroughly. Yeah, it's all. So the shit is that I believe a lot
about the practical.
No, it is. It's not called practical, but theory plays a major role in practical. So if like me and so maybe let me say we're doing shooting in practical in practice. But me just because I've studied good to the angles and inking, I know a lot of things. Maybe I'm shy, but just me having the theoretical inking, so it makes me more dope. Surely when I can't do I know it's impossible. So I'm going so anything sure I've studied this shit thoroughly. So me studying this thing in fact I believe when you got into sex or let me just say you general boys you got into sex because so into years sex we are just pelile that's
this is coming for another day guys.
No, we just want to your question
I just wanted to understand.
Yeah, I get to explain that. Why am I quoting myself, or is he quoting me as a sex expert? So me, I'm fair to that. I looked at sex is a major part in Bilonio Mundo, and sex is even fair to obviously, and sex is such a broad topic. We study about when doing it. Sex is 2 minutes, 3 minutes, back on about 2 minutes noodles, back on about 20 minutes. Sex is people. A lot of people know sex. And the sex is more of a culture, dog. It has a lot of elements within it. And if one has allow as to okay, sex is rolling cool and it's something enjoyable and and it's all so mean and to be sex and then I study here and I want to know a lot of things about sex so that when I do the practice and
So
He's an
guys,
expert.
so guys,
So we'll talk about it on more
So-
episodes.
So guys, we'll talk about sex on my episode azayo, and then since you expect here, because if it's like expect your sex, so it's like anyora, but don't know nakanyobi njalo, and we avoid nje ikuke empilweni yakhe. Uyayidla yena mfana message kodwa hayi ama actions hayi unama actions abaningi vele ukwazi umkhondo, so sihamba sokhuluma ngayi sex masiqhubeka isikhathi, but ke now Sphamantla,
Sure.
going back to our topic, so wena njengamanje as thina mina ngikwazi, I still pushing my hustle. Yangithola, I'm 29 years of age,
Sure.
and then when you're older than me, right? So I'm still pushing my hustle, and I also know what when and now we have you're still pushing your hustle,
Sure.
and then